Hey guys, this is your girl Cassie. Welcome back to Cassie Tasty Cuisine, to my cooking channel. So today I have an exciting chicken for you guys. So I'm gonna show you how I make my Congolese style chicken in sauce. Okay, so for today's recipe, like I said, so we're gonna have Congolese style chicken in sauce. So basically this is the chicken I'm gonna use. It's already clean, so I already wash it and clean it, so it's easy to clean basically. And also for this chicken, we usually get those at these ethnic stores because they are not like as soft, so it needs a little time to cook. And then I'm gonna use some peppers, which I already have some of them cut up. So I'm gonna use red peppers, yellow peppers. I'm gonna use 2 of these plum tomatoes. I already have them cut right here. Also I already have my onions. Also I'm gonna use half red onions, and also that's a whole Spanish onions, regular onions, and I'm gonna use those green onions also. I need all of this for the sauce. I'm gonna use some of this parsley and thyme, and I'm not gonna use a whole lot of garlic because basically, like you guys know, because of my background, so I mix my food. And what is it if you cannot also have fun with your food and be creative? So basically I'm gonna use this Haitian spice that I have here to spice off my chicken. So that's why I'm not gonna have a whole lot of garlic. Of course I need like my habanero pepper, and here I'm gonna use 1/4 teaspoon of white ground pepper, and then this is smoked paprika. I'm gonna use 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then I have also a little bit of lime juice that I'm gonna use in the chicken, and some sea salt, but we will do with that later, basically because of the spice that we're already gonna use here. I have tomato paste I'm gonna use for the sauce, and vegetable oil. So, and also I'm gonna use like some dry bay leaves for my sauce. And as you guys know, or some of you may know, so I like to use for my pepper, black pepper, so I like to use it fresh because I feel like the flavor is more intense. So I usually get my pepper in here, so I usually grind it in here in my little mortar, which is like from Haiti, by the way. So this is it. This is everything that I have here. And for the chicken, it's up to you how much you want to use. So for the chicken, like I said, I like to have fun with my food. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and add some lime juice in there. You can, if you like, you can measure it, but I would say this is 1/2 teaspoon, so I didn't put all of it. This is 1/2 teaspoon of the lime juice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon, like I said, white pepper, the paprika, and I'm gonna add some of my bay leaves right now, just because usually when you already have the chicken spice up, and I'm gonna use that juice of it, of the chicken, to make the sauce. So basically that's why I use I like to spice up my chicken like in advance. So basically I'm gonna use my spice. Like I said, this is my regular spice that I like to use. I made it myself. So I'm using this is like 1/2 teaspoon, so I use 3/2 teaspoons. So basically is 1.5 teaspoons that I put in there. And for now I am not gonna add any salt. The reason is this spice here has like a little bit of sea salt in there, so I want to make sure that I don't have a lot of salt in here. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and just mix everything. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna also add my black peppercorn that I have in here. So I'm gonna use 1/4 teaspoon in here, and this is it. So then I'm gonna take this chicken, okay, with everything in here. I just mix everything right now. and I'm gonna cook it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook this chicken and I'm gonna put it in here, but I'm gonna cook it for a whole 45 minutes to an hour. So the chicken is actually cooked right now. So it's been cooking, like I said, for about an hour, because this chicken takes time. But the good thing about it, you can just have the chicken cook, put like enough water. I forgot to tell you guys how much water, but basically, like I said, because this chicken is harder to cook, so basically you can add like up to 3 to 4 cups of water, because I'm gonna use like that sauce after that. So it's cooked. So while the chicken is still boiling right now, I'm gonna take like some of my garlic. Okay, this is what I do with it. So I just kind of like cut it on top like that, and then I'm just gonna cut them, because I'm gonna use this garlic, like I said. So everything as far as like garlic, you can never go wrong with garlic or lime, basically. Okay, so I use some of that. And by the way, to pair this chicken, right, this sauce, you guys can, it can be paired with anything. So it can be paired with rice, it can be paired with yam, it can be paired with plantains, even fufu it can be paired with. Okay, so since the chicken is already cooked, it's already ready, so I'm gonna turn this down for now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this chicken and then I'm gonna pour it in here, because I'm gonna use this pan just to brown the chicken, because I definitely need that chicken to be brown before I make the sauce. And also with the vegetables, they are ready, so I have everything already prepared and cut. But let's brown the chicken first before we do anything else. So I'm gonna let this warm up. Okay, and then if you guys like, I'm gonna measure like the oil. This is vegetable oil here. That's a bit too much, but it's okay, because I need like at least, I'm gonna use 4 this is tablespoon, by the way, 4 tablespoons. And what I'm gonna do, if it's too much at the end, I will just like take some of it out to make the sauce. So of course we don't want a whole lot of oil in our sauce, but let's this warm up first. I want it to warm up really. Okay, so this is hot. Okay, I can tell this oil is hot, so I'm gonna put the chicken in here, and you need to be careful, because this is really hot, because I just want to brown this chicken. What I'm gonna do to calm it down, I'm just gonna add some water. There you go. So that make it easy for me to just put the chicken in here. Everything calm down. Because remember, this is not a fried chicken, so you do want the chicken to be tasty. You want the sauce to be in there, also the flavor to be in the chicken. So it's not a fried chicken, so it's okay to have the little sauce in here for now. But I'm gonna go ahead and add all of the chicken, and like I said, it's up to you how much chicken you want to make. Okay, so there you go. So let this chicken brown for now, and I'm gonna cover it. Okay, And if it gets like too hot, like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of that sauce and put it in here, but let it just brown just like that. Okay, so this is that. This is the chicken. It's all brown, like I said, so it's not too dry, because I'm gonna put it back like in the sauce. So what I do to get it that way, so every time I put a little bit of the sauce in here, because like I said, this is not a fried chicken, so this is chicken I'm gonna use for the sauce, and all the flavor is in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this chicken out, I'm gonna put it on the side, and then I'm gonna make the sauce. Okay, so now that I have the chicken on the side, so I took it out. By the way, the oil is not really much in here, so I'm just gonna use whatever that I have here to make the sauce. So I'm gonna use the vegetables. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my garlic, I'm gonna put it in here, and also the green onions. Remember, this is like 3 green onions that I have here. I'm gonna put this a little bit high. So I coat everything up already. I'm gonna have them here. Okay. You know what? The oil is looking pretty small. In that case, with my oil not that much, and I don't want to use a whole lot of oil, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and add some olive oil in here, so I don't have like too much of vegetable oil. Okay, because I have a lot of vegetables here, so I'm gonna add like 1 more tablespoon of this olive oil in here. I'm gonna stir. So I'm gonna use my tomatoes. Remember, that was 2 plum tomatoes. So I'm having all of them in here at the same time. And then this is like my peppers that I'm gonna use. So this is mixed peppers. Okay, I think this is okay. That was like half and half of each of them basically, but it's up to you how much you want, like I said, to put in there. Okay, throw this away. And then so I'm gonna use my onions, of course. Right now I need this to be a little bit higher. I need to feel the heat right now. Everything smells so delicious. I mean, with the oil from the chicken, so everything is just delicious right now. I can smell it. The thing is, with the vegetables, you can even eat them that way if you like, because it smells so good. And so far, like I told you guys, I still don't have like that much salt in here. I do have, however, because in African dishes a lot of time we do use cubes. I mean, I try not to use it much. We're gonna see if I'm gonna need it or not. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add this little thyme in here also. Like I said, you guys know I love fresh herbs. I do think the fresh herbs give like these extra flavors, and also you don't need a whole lot. And I am not gonna add, I'm just gonna let this cook for like 5 minutes or so. I'm gonna just let it cook that way, and I'm not gonna add any spices in there. Like I said, since the sauce, the chicken broth that I have here that I boiled the chicken with, this is what I'm gonna add in there once everything is cooked. But I'm just gonna give it 5 minutes to cook right here. So okay, so after all the vegetables I feel like it's half cooked right now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add this chicken broth. Remember, this is what I use to cook the chicken with. It already has like its own flavor, so I'm gonna add it here. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this down, I'm gonna turn the oven down. Alright, and I'm gonna let this sauce cook, let's say about 5 minutes, but it's slow cooking. For now, I'm gonna leave it for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna come back and check on it and see. Like I said, so before I do that, I want to taste it and see with the flavor, like if I need anything. So if I need to add anything, so this is the time for me to do that. Okay, so let's see. I'm just gonna taste it, and I'm just gonna let this habanero pepper in here too. Let's see. Oh yeah, you know what, actually I can use like a bit more salt. So in that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and just add that cube. Like I said, I don't use cubes all the time, but I'm just gonna use this one here because I can use a bit more salt. And by the way, if you don't want to use the cube, if you just want to add the salt, you can do so also. You can just use like sea salt. I like sea salt because the flavor actually is better, at least for me. I like the flavor better, so I use sea salt. So if you don't want to use cubes, you can just use sea salt. Okay, and for now I'm just gonna keep it. I will taste it later again, and I'm just gonna let this cook in slow, really slow. And I'm gonna cover it while it's cooking. Okay, like I said, so I'm gonna leave it first for 5 minutes. Okay, so this is it. This is the sauce. This is the consistency that you need. I mean, if you didn't want to see, let's say like the peppers, you could cut it like short, I mean thinner than this one here, but really this is it. This is the consistency. And I also cut this pepper, like I said, so I need this hot pepper in here. I need to taste it, so I do like to have like this little hot pepper, so that's why I open mine. But if you don't like hot pepper, you can just leave it as a whole, and then you can just have like the flavor in there. But really this is the consistency that we look for basically. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna taste it again. It's perfect. So not too much salt, just perfect, and consistency is perfect. So remember our chicken here. So what I'm gonna do, I can do two things. I can just take the chicken and add it in there. I'm gonna do that, or I could just like take the sauce and add it on the chicken, but I'm gonna add it because I want the chicken to take like some of like the flavor of the sauce a little bit while it's on there, so it can be like really moist. And I just add it. Look at this, you guys. This is what we were looking for basically. And like I said, you guys can pair it with anything that you like. By the way, so I had the sauce a little bit more than 5 minutes in here, so it was literally maybe about 8 minutes or so, because I had it on low, like the oven was on low, the stove, I meant to say, it was on low, so I had it on low, so it cooked on low. And then this is it. So your sauce is ready basically. This is your sauce. You can have it with anything that you like. So, and today I was just drinking water, by the way. It's really hot out, so I do like to thank you guys for watching today. And remember to subscribe at Cassie Tasty Cuisine. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week. Remember to ask questions if you have any. And I will see you guys next time. Ta-da!